You felt it before. That strange weight after helping someone. Like something was taken, but you cannot explain what it was. You tell yourself it is normal. This is how relationships work. You give a little, feel tired, then move on again. But here's what you don't see. This feeling is not random. It is not harmless either. What if this is not kindness at all? What if it is a slow pattern you never noticed? You are not just helping people. You are being used again and again, very quietly. And the worst part, it never feels forced. It feels like your own choice. You're not trapped by them. You're trapped by what you believe is kindness. You're the person everyone runs to first. The one who listens, understands, and always shows up. You avoid conflict whenever you can. You hate the idea of disappointing anyone around you. So you say yes more than you should. Even when it costs your time, your energy, your peace. At first, it feels right inside. You feel needed, important, and even a little valued. But here's where it slowly changes. The calls only come when they need something from you. The effort stops being equal over time, and still you stay in it. You tell yourself this is what good people do. You think you're building connection, but you're training people to take from you. You tell yourself it is only temporary. They are just going through something right now. They will appreciate this later, for sure. But later never really comes. The pattern stays, and nothing truly changes. You think patience will fix everything over time. You think giving more will somehow balance it out. But here's the trap you miss. The more you give without clear limits, the less they feel any need to give back. You start calling tolerance your strength. You start calling silence your peace. But what you are really doing here is removing every boundary they should respect. And once those boundaries are gone, there is nothing left stopping them anymore. You're not being taken advantage of by accident. You're allowing it by design. Here's what most people never realize. The people who use you do not always see a problem. They are not thinking, I am using this person. They are thinking, this person is always available for me. And that belief comes from you. It grows from the patterns you keep repeating. Every time you say yes when you want no, you teach them what they can expect from you. Every time you stay quiet when it feels wrong, you make it easier for them to keep going. And this is where your role is built. The helper, the fixer, the one who always gives. Not because they forced you into this place, but because you slowly accepted it over time. People treat you the way you repeatedly show them they can. This pattern goes deeper than you think. It begins with a need to be liked by others. You want to seem good, reliable, easy to be around. So you avoid saying no, even when you should. You avoid setting limits for yourself because limits feel like you are rejecting people. But here's what you don't see happening. When you do not set your boundaries, others will set them, and they will slowly push a little further each time. Not because they are bad people at heart, but because humans move toward what feels easy, and you have made yourself easy to take from. The more you give, the more predictable you become, and predictability without limits turns into quiet exploitation. Not loud, not clear, just slow and constant over time. You didn't become the target overnight. You became predictable over time. At some point, you start to feel it clearly. That quiet frustration building inside you over time. A hidden resentment you cannot fully explain yet. It sits there, growing stronger with each moment. You begin to question everything around you. Why do I feel drained when I'm with them? And this is where it changes. That feeling is your awareness finally waking up. Because deep down, you already know something is off. You just have not acted on it yet. And once you see the pattern clearly, you cannot unsee it anymore. You notice how often you say yes without thinking. You notice how rarely they ever give back. And suddenly, everything becomes clear. The moment you recognize the pattern is the moment the control starts shifting back to you. If nothing changes, this cycle keeps repeating again. You give more, and they begin to expect even more. Your energy slowly drops without you noticing it. Your value starts getting taken for granted over time. And then you begin losing parts of yourself. Not in one big moment, but in small compromises. You become someone always available for others. But inside, you are never truly fulfilled or satisfied. And here's the part most people miss. They will not stop this pattern on their own. Because from their view, nothing feels wrong. Everything is working perfectly fine for them. If you don't change your role, they have no reason to change their behavior. So here is where everything begins to shift. You do not need to become cold or distant. You do not need to cut everyone out of your life. You only need to become clear with yourself first. Start small and stay consistent. Pause before you say yes to anything. Give yourself a quiet moment to think, do I actually want to do this right now? And if your answer is no, say it calmly without fear or long explanations. You do not owe anyone a long reason. Simple and clear is enough. Now watch what happens next. People who respect you will adjust over time, but those who used you will start to resist. And that reaction will tell you everything. Because boundaries do not push people away. They reveal who is only there for access. The moment you set limits is the moment fake connections start breaking. You were never weak for giving to others. You just gave without protecting your own space. And that is the real difference. You can still be kind to people around you. You can still show up when it truly matters. But now, you do it with awareness inside, with choice and clear limits you respect. Because real respect does not come from endless giving. It comes from knowing exactly when to stop. And once you learn that for yourself, yourself. Everything starts to change around you, not just how people treat you anymore, but how you finally begin to see yourself. You stop being someone people use and become someone they can.